And someone I've worked with since 2002 is Bill Koenig, journalist, author, web journalist at Watch.org and White House correspondent. And I have caught up with Bill Koenig in Israel. Like me, he has a special interest in the epicenter, all things related to the Mideast. And we're going to talk today about how things there will affect you directly as well. We'll also talk a little bit about Washington and some of the dysfunction going on there, and I'll give you contact information just a little bit later. And Bill Koenig, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Jan. Always great to be with you.
You know, Bill, the Bible talks a lot about some last days wars, and one reference suggests that ethnic groups will fight each other, and we've got Sunni Muslims fighting Shiite Muslims, and we probably need to know just a little bit of distinction there, but 80% of Muslims are Sunnis, seeking Sharia law. 20% roughly are Shiites, and the Shiites are strong believers in the 12th Imam, or the Mahdi, the Muslim Messiah who's to return someday. At the risk of sounding sensational, Bill, and I am not being sensational as I'm quoting some reliable news sources, that if radical Islam could get away with it, they're really in the process, or at least it would appear that they have the potential of launching World War III. I mean, it's that serious.
Yeah, they are acting and behaving probably more radically than anything we've seen in years. When you have Al-Qaeda even turning their head, for the lack of a better word, at the horrific violence and the things that ISIS is doing to people, to police, to citizens, it's so barbaric we can't even begin to comprehend that.
No.
And this is a phenomenon that's building. They are calling for an Islamic caliphate in Syria and Iraq. They're calling for radical Muslims from around the world to come and fight and to destroy the Shiites, which are led by Khomeini out of Iran, and it's incredibly radicalized. And I think it shocked everybody just how fast they're able to take as much territory as they did in Iraq.
Well, Bill, I have seen a map of their intended territory to conquer. This is their intended territory, and obviously that could take decades. But this ISIS, and we could just simply say this Islamic Caliphate state, same thing as ISIS, have the intent really of the Third Reich. They want to capture all of the Mideast, Europe, much of Africa, certainly North Africa, and even a little bit further south than that. They're looking at China. I mean, a unified caliphate is what they're trying to establish. How practical, how realistic? Give me your thoughts on it, because this is huge.
Yes, it is, and it's they have a tremendous amount of property already in Syria and Iraq, and also Mosul, which is the second largest city in Iraq. I mean, this is a very significant, quick, aggressive play. Right now you have Russia that is extremely concerned about an Islamic caliphate working its way into the Caucasian Mountains and even into Russia. So Russia's already committed to sending 25 jets into the leadership of Iraq to do everything they can to push back this movement. I think that's incredibly significant. And also the fact that you have Iran. I mean, they have their top defense folks with the Al-Quids that are in there right now training the Shiites to be a more effective force. And what had happened, Jan, is just recently the Iraqi troops, which we spent $25 billion training them, went in retreat because they were so fearful and they were operating against ISIS, and they retreated. So, and then the United States doesn't know what to do, and it is really kind of like a deer in the headlights right now, what to do. So the bottom line is there's a lot of groups that are going to try to slow this down. We just don't know how that's going to play out.